What if I told you that the crypto bull run everyone expected in 2025 didn't disappear? It just got delayed by global governments. Now here's where it gets exciting. According to macro expert Raoul Pal, it's all about liquidity, and that is coming in 2026. In this video, I'm breaking down Raoul Pal's latest macro thesis, which comes from his presentation, The 4-Year Cycle is Dead, which I'll explain in simple English. And I'll be finishing by giving you my own take based on 8 years of living and investing through all the stress and chaos of crypto. By the end, you'll see exactly why I'm so bullish on crypto over the next 12 months. Why crypto fell dead in 2025. Let's call a spade a spade. In 2025, crypto was awful and very hard for us investors. Bitcoin is pumped at various times throughout the year, but has pretty much went sideways over the last 12 months. Alt have literally died. Your favorite projects flatlined. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq has done well. Gold ripped up to new highs, real estate stayed strong, and crypto was rubbish. For me, this last year has felt like the 2022 bear market. Raoul explained exactly why this has happened. It wasn't sentiment, it wasn't token supply, it wasn't crypto fatigue. It was liquidity, global liquidity, and the fact it simply wasn't flown into crypto yet. Crypto lives and dies by liquidity. When you listen to the experts, when the system has extra dollars sloshing around, those dollars chase growth. They chase tech, and then they chase crypto, the furthest out on the risk curve. But in 2025, liquidity was slow, choppy, inconsistent. Raoul calls it broken plumbing. From my 8 years of watching this space, whenever the plumbing breaks, the price action goes flat, always. But why did the liquidity not show up this cycle? That brings us to one of Raoul's biggest revelations. The secret macro shift that changed everything. Here's the part so many people missed. And to be honest, I missed it until Raoul explained it. I knew it was all about liquidity because I've been following people like Raoul Pal and Seem Kid for the last 3 or 4 years. But I was still thinking we'd have an alt season in 2025. And I was still thinking about the 4-year crypto cycle and the Bitcoin halving. Historically, governments roll over their debt every 4 years. Bitcoin's 4-year cycle wasn't magic, it was simply tracking the global liquidity created when governments refinanced their debt. But in 2022, something huge happened behind the scenes. Governments extended their debt maturities from 4 years to 5 years. This one subtle change added an extra year to the cycle, meaning liquidity wasn't supposed to surge in 2025. Liquidity wasn't supposed to peak in 2025. It was always scheduled for 2026. Bitcoin didn't break its cycle, the cycle itself changed. This explains everything. Why alts didn't move, why Bitcoin dominance stayed so high, why crypto lagged stocks, why everyone felt confused, why this cycle feels wrong. As someone who lived through 2017, 2020, 2021, and all the mess between, this explanation made everything click instantly. Crypto isn't dead, the cycle has just been extended. Now, as me and my members of my school community were talking about on our last weekly call, I could be wrong, and it could be that we are in a bear market. Even experts like Raoul Pal can be wrong in their predictions. For me, to protect my sanity, I'm thinking long term, like 4, maybe 5 years. I'm expecting to take profits over the next 6 months, but I'm prepared for worst case scenario. If you like the sound of talking about your investments, if you want to get around other investors, you can join my investing community on School, and the link can be found below in the description. Why liquidity is the only thing that matters in crypto. Raoul shows that Bitcoin's correlation to global liquidity is ridiculously high, around 90%. Nasdaq even higher at 97%. Let me break this down in simple English. What is liquidity? It's basically the amount of extra money floating around the system, the global system. When governments print more, when interest rates fall, when credit becomes cheaper, when banks lend more, people take that money and buy assets. And guess which asset has the highest upside when money flows? Yes, it's crypto. It sits at the furthest end of the risk curve. More liquidity equals more risk taken. More risk taken equals more altcoin gains. Without liquidity, the market suffocates. With liquidity, it explodes. Raoul's models show liquidity isn't just coming back, it's about to surge dramatically into 2026, and crypto reacts to liquidity faster and harder than any other asset on earth. This channel is all about long-term investing, but I also try and keep up to date with what's actually going on in the global economy. If any of this resonates, by the way, hit subscribe so we can build wealth together. The alligator jaws, the coiled spring before the breakout. Raul uses a metaphor I quite like, the alligator jaws. Here's what it means. Liquidity indicators are pointing up, crypto price is lagging behind. These two lines separate like the jaws of an alligator opening, but historically they always snap shut again. Every time there's a big divergence between liquidity and crypto, the same thing happens. Crypto violently catches up. We saw this before 2016, before the 2017 mania, in 2020 before the 2021 mania, and now again as we're heading into 2026. As someone who's been through multiple cycles, this setup feels really familiar. Not bearish, not dead, not broken, coiled, waiting, hidden pressure building underneath the surface. The kind of setup that blindsides the people who stop paying attention. As you can probably guess, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't me giving out financial advice. I'm not an expert, not even close. Today's video is me just trying to help you with my experience. 2026, the real banana zone. Raul talks about the banana zone, the phase where things go parabolic. The new maturity cycle, 5 years instead of 4, means the banana zone is now in 2026. That's when the biggest debt refinancing wave in modern history hits. Governments are forced to print. Rates likely fall forward. GDP growth, banks increase credit supply, fiscal stimulus accelerates, the dollar weakens, global liquidity finally explodes. Everything's lining up. 2026 isn't just another bull market year, it's the apex of the liquidity cycle. I'll say it like this. 2025 was the spark, 2025 is the build-up, 2026 is the fire, in my humble opinion. The thing is, I'm not an expert, but I do have 24 years investing experience with property, index funds, individual stocks, and crypto. So if you've got any questions, anything at all, get them in the comments, and if I can help you, I will. Why crypto is the biggest opportunity in financial history. One of Raul's slides estimates the future size of the global crypto asset class, heading towards $100 trillion by 2030 or the early 2030s. Let's put that in perspective. If crypto goes from $3 trillion to $100 trillion, that's a 33x on the total asset class, not individual tokens. He also shows that stocks only beat inflation by 2, maybe 3%. Bitcoin is outperformed by 89%. Solana by 166% annualized since launch. Crypto isn't just another sector. It's a supermassive black hole pulling capital from every direction. And my take after 8 years, innovation cycles don't slow down. Once a technology hits escape velocity, like crypto has, there is no going back. Crypto went from cyberpunks, retail then to institutions when the ETFs launched in early 2024, then sovereign wealth funds, governments, tokenized assets. Now you've got S&P 500 companies putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets. This is not hype, this is inevitability. What about you? Are you feeling bullish for 2026 or are you feeling bearish? My personal take on crypto in 2026. As we are getting very close to the end of the year, I'm ready for another crypto break, to be honest, and I've had a few over the last 6 months. But I'll tell you this, after 8 years in crypto, I've lived through the 2017 mania, the 2018 collapse, which led to me burying my head in the sand like the proverbial ostrich. I've been in crypto through the 2020 COVID crash, the 2021 peak, the 2022 bear market, which I struggled with, but I kept going. And I've been locked in for the last 3 years. And every time, the exact same pattern emerges. When everyone is exhausted, when nobody cares anymore, when the market feels rigged, broken, lifeless, when people say, I'm done with crypto, that's when the next 10x opportunities are found. Here's what I believe. 2026 isn't just another cycle. For me, it's the best opportunity we'll get to make game-changing money as investors, probably in our lifetime. The cycle where liquidity arrives, adoption accelerates, tokenization becomes mainstream, AI plus crypto merge, on-chain finance explodes, emerging markets adopt stablecoins, Bitcoin becomes fully recognized as a macro asset. And here's the best part. We are not late. We are early. Early in the cycle, early in the liquidity wave, early in the adoption curve. To really simplify things, just go against the herd. All you've got to do is go on CoinMarketCap and look at the fear and greed index. If you see fear, it's a buying opportunity. And that's what you'll see right now. When alt season kicks in and we get to like 85 to 90, so serious greed, you start taking profits. Summary. So the big takeaway from Raoul's thesis, his presentation, and my experience is this: the 4-year cycle is dead. The 5-year liquidity cycle is the new roadmap, and 2026 will be the most explosive year crypto has ever seen. Now you are fully prepared for 2026 and hopefully a bit more optimistic. You now need a battle plan to help you take profits. And if you see below, you'll find the link for a recent video where I tell you my latest exit strategy.